Hey everybody, Aldo J here. I hope you're doing well on a Sunday. I have to apologize. It's been a long time since I've done a video on this particular channel. As you know, I am also a member of the South Jersey rock band High Risque, and I've been focusing a lot on that channel and sort of neglecting this one for the solo project Aldo J. And I apologize about that. I wanted to jump right on here with a quick update on my solo project because things are actually moving quite well. Right now, I have about 5 or 6 songs that are 95% complete or so on the composition end. And I'm really pushing hard to get them into the recording phase, but I don't want to rush it, right? I do want to set expectations right away. It's still too early for me to reveal, song titles, lyrics, release dates. Do I have song titles, lyrics? Absolutely. But do I have release dates? No, it's obviously it's not even close to that yet. I want to protect that creative space until while things are being tracked and shaped. But I can talk about where the project stands right now and what's happening behind the scenes. So when I say the songs are like 95% done, I'm talking about the core structures being locked in, right? The arrangements, the vocals, or the lyrics, I should say, the chord movement, and the overall direction of each track. That final few percent there, 5%, that's where the actual performance and the tone really matter the most, right? And those are the things that only reveal themselves once you've recorded and you spend time listening back to what you recorded. That way, you know, hey, this is great. I'm going to leave this, or no, I want to tweak this or delete this and add this. I do have those songs taking shape, as I mentioned. So I wanted to give you a brief sense of like tone, like where are we with this? One of the songs is more atmospheric and reflective, built around space dynamics rather than constant motion. It relies on feel and texture, and it's one of those tracks that I'd like to say where subtle choices really make a big difference. Another song leads more on tempo, and it's driven in that regard. It has a strong rhythmic foundation, but it's also got forward momentum that makes it feel energetic without being over the top. And that energy really comes alive as it's being recording. And, you just know this when you've done recordings and you know how it's feeling, you know what you're anticipating. And I'm anticipating a lot with that one. There's also a song that's more melodic and emotionally centered. And I think the focus on that is mere chord progression and the surrounding contrasts along with that. It's very simple on the surface, but the recording process, I think, will unfold a lot more things, a lot of ideas. One of the tracks is more raw and direct. It has a fewer layers. It has more immediate impact. But I'm really looking for actually to capture an honest performance rather than polishing every edge. I'm not saying it's going to be horrible. It's not going to be anything like that. But, again, I like to give you who I am, the rawness of Aldo J, just like we did on the high risk tracks. Don't expect to have the best crisp. I'm not recording this in the record plant or A&M or Columbia. So understand, but I'm hoping it's going to be a much better driven and sounding recording than some of our past high risk ones because it's going to be more channeled using more modern technology than we had when we did our other stuff. So the focus is about that. Now, what does all this mean about you, right? Well, it means about the type of songs. So one of the songs is romantic. It's a love song. I like that. I like to write about experiences that I've had in that area, and both good and bad. And I use those experiences to shape the song. The other track is about a true experience that I had with somebody that I knew many years ago. The song is about a girl who's in love with a guy, but I know the guy, and the guy's not good. The girl doesn't know the guy. She knows the exterior. I know the interior enough to know that he is a user. He says to girls what they want to hear. And my job is to be a friend to this girl. But as I'm being a friend to her, I'm falling in love with her. So kind of an experience I had. Um, of course, it didn't go beyond that, but again, I want to share this experience because once you hear the song, I think you're going to realize and say, wow, I've seen this before, or this is not new, right? I'm not writing about anything new here. This is true life experiences. The other song is about infidelity. And do I have experience in infidelity? Absolutely. Many of us do, right? And these emotions were locked deep inside my whole soul, my mind, my heart. And when you're frustrated about something and you think about something, when you're a musician, you write it down. When a painter's thinking something or has a vision of something, a visual, they're out in the sun and they see something, what do? They take a pencil and a pad and they write it down. Or they take their easel outside and throw the canvas down and they have their watercolors and they're painting right there in the middle of nature, right? They may be painting about nature, or the surrounding environment with the nature there is inspiring them. So I'm using my past experiences that have inspired me, and I want to put them to song. And I really hope that these do justice as Now That You're Gone is done, and Hearts Collide, and all these other songs. Now, flipping sides or coins, I want to say thank you again for everybody supporting Aldo J and Hygh Risque. Let me switch to Hygh Risque right now. We're close to hitting over 1,000 streams of I Don't Remember Yesterday. That video, I think, is close to being there. That means a lot to us. If you're looking for a way to support what we're doing, the biggest help is simply subscribing to our channel, sharing our music, telling a friend, posting a comment, pointing people to the Hygh Risque channel, the Aldo J channel, the Ernie Attella channel, the Don White Jester songs, the Jim Castelli Omega Bandcamp, and going to Jim Callista's King Richard Band site on Facebook in South Jersey when the band posts where they're performing. That's supporting the band, Hygh Risque. And we thank you for that. So thanks again for tuning in. Sorry for the delay, and I hope I don't keep you waiting too long, but I am going to be focusing hands down. I hope life experiences and everyday nonsense doesn't prevent me from reaching out sooner. But I'll keep you updated as the recording continues. If you want to stay in the loop, just make sure you're subscribed, have your notifications turned on so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, if you have any questions in between for Hygh Risque or for Aldo J, feel free to subscribe again, or if you're already a subscriber, type them out. Type your questions out, whether it's about the songs, anything about the lyrics, what you liked, any questions you have, and we'll try to answer them. And that goes to anybody who's curious. It goes to independent artists, whomever you are. Thank you very much, gang. Enjoy Sunday, and we'll be in touch. Make it real, and as I always say, keep on rocking.